Hi Gemini, this is Morgan with Compass Rose Astrology, and today we're going to be going through the astrology and the tarot of the month of May. And I know that this isn't my usual setup. We'll be going back to the regular scheduled kind of desk and visuals that I usually have next month. But this month we just got a little bit of a change of scenery, and today I'm going to be going through the astrology and the tarot of what to expect for this month. And what I usually do is I go through all the transits, see what's going to be activated the most, and then or strongest in your chart based off of Gemini rising, and then we're going to go into the tarot, see if there's anything that's going to be touched on most as you get through the month, and then I will finish up with an oracle card for you to see if there's anything specific from the universe that we want to end with. And just so you know, this is a general reading. I do it from the Gemini rising perspective. I do suggest that you watch videos that might relate to your sun or your moon as well, just to get a more holistic, maybe more personalized kind of reading about what to expect this month, because depending on your birth chart, sometimes you might have those planets more like activated and maybe are getting hit a little bit more than your rising sign. But the rising sign is usually the video you should be watching because that's going to relate most to you. Yeah, so this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And just so you guys know, I don't have any of my normal like cleansing tools with me right now, but I did pre-shuffle the deck with the intention to bring in clarity and positive messages from Spirit. So thank you so much for all of your guidance here, Spirit. And let's just jump in. Well, let's talk about the transits that you can expect this month, Gemini. First and foremost, I think our biggest change here is that Pluto is going to be going retrograde on the 1st and is moving backwards into your 8th house from your 9th into Capricorn. It won't make it into Capricorn until June 12th. So the entire month of May, Pluto's just going to be moving backwards, and that's just going to be the beginning of the month. Then on the 5th, I believe it is, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which is going to be your 6th house. And this is going to be tying up our eclipses between Taurus and Scorpio. We do have another eclipse in Taurus by the end of the year, so it's not completely over yet, but I think you're going to be experiencing some endings of whatever the eclipses in these houses were bringing to the surface. And I do think it's really important to note this eclipse, though, because the last eclipse we had was in Aries solar eclipse, and both Scorpio and Aries are ruled by Mars. So Mars is being lit up. Mars is hanging out over here in your 2nd house in Cancer. We'll be moving into the sign of Leo by the end of the month. But we'll see if maybe that planet is activated for you the most here. We'll see what comes up in the tarot reading. But this could indicate that you have some kind of, between these eclipses, 11th, 12th, and 6th house, there could be some health things going on with you. Could be seeking out different types of friends, different leadership, different levels of friendships, kind of leveling up and all that good stuff. Maybe different comrades that you're spending time with that might contribute towards better health for you. And we'll see how that shows up. We also do have Venus moving out of your 1st house and moving into Cancer on the 7th. And we also have Jupiter moving into your 12th house by the end of the month. I think that's actually pretty early. Yeah, Jupiter enters Taurus on the 16th and will be there for basically a year. It's going to be until May 25th, 2024. So having Jupiter in your 12th house is going to be incredibly beneficial, I think, for you. Jupiter is a very lucky, abundant house planet, and having that in the 12th house of kind of detriment, kind of more mental health, maybe your mental patterns, a sense of isolation. It could bring a lot of abundance, luck, and kind of happiness that you get out of finding some alone time and stuff like that. So, with that being said, let's just jump into our reading. I'm going to move that. So, what is Gemini? What has Gemini been experiencing? Thank you so much, Spirit, for your guidance. Love it. Oh my God. Just, wow, starting off right off the bat. That's strong, huh, Gemini? Okay, so we have the Sun, the Magician, and the Fool. You got 3 major arcana right off the bat. So I really do think, so this is going to be majorly tied in with the eclipses. And I think that you've been through probably a life-changing event for you. Not even just an event. I feel like this was a long, kind of slow burn for you. This could be something related to how you see yourself, how other people see yourself. This could even be indicative of father figures, because the Sun, Helios, oh my gosh, my brain is like, it's like freezing. All the Greek gods and Roman and pagan gods that are symbolic of the Sun are usually symbols of the father as well, or some sort of a leader or something. So you could have gone through this wild transformation. And I don't mean to say transformation in a very derivative way. I mean an actual like fresh start for you, and that really you're like starting something completely new that really allows you to shine and be the really beautiful soul that you are, Gemini. Like, I think that sometimes you get a little down on yourself. Maybe there's some self-doubt here that you have gone through, especially with the Fool. So we have the 0, 1, and the 19 cards. All fresh starts here for you. But you can also see in the Fool card, like, there is some sort of experience that you've had to go through in the back to get to this point. And I feel like here you are just really throwing away things that have not served you and really allowing you to stand in your own right here. This is really incredible. I do also think that this is because a lot of the planets and placements being shown here are indicating your 12th house. So this is a very strong indication of what's been happening to you with all the solar eclipses that have been happening between Taurus and Scorpio for the past year and a half, I think, at this point, because I think it was in November of October of 2022. Nope, I'm sorry, 2021, because it was all of 2022 that we had the Taurus and Scorpio eclipses. I'll figure it out and let you know in the description box, but it's been a very long time coming for you. But this is a complete rebirth and a complete different approach to life that you are embodying right now. And I think you've allowed yourself to take the experiences that you've had in life, put them in a compartment, basically, kind of like the Fool card, like put them away. And this has opened up like a whole new chapter, a whole new approach to life for you. And it's bringing you, it has the potential to bring you such complete and utter happiness, and allows you to be seen as well, and to be heard and understood. And not only that by other people, but also to feel that way about yourself. And this is a highly transformational time for you. I think that this also, there's a lot happening here around these characters' minds. Like, you see this like kind of a halo of light, and then right above the Magician we have the infinity symbol, and then right up above this child, we have the sun. And so there's like this higher level that you're reaching, Gemini, that I don't think you expected to get there on your own, but you have. I think you're being spiritually guided, because we do have some critters in these pictures, and so there's like some sort of maybe like a spiritual animal, some sort of protector that maybe you see a lot in your day-to-day life and have seen a lot, and it's actually spirit is there protecting you and guiding you on this path, showing you that this is the right way, and this is a whole new chapter to your life. This is incredible. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. I think I just sounded like Owen Wilson. Anyway, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is what you're currently going through right now, Gemini. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Lover's card. And I think what this means, so with the Ace of Pentacles, this is indicating that right now you're going through this new kind of start of something that brings a lot of safety, a lot of stability, a lot of profit. There's a lot of potential there, and it can bring a lot of success and abundance for you. And you can see that often through this arch, there is a walkway, a pathway up into the mountains, something really beautiful that you can achieve with hard work and putting your nose to the grindstone, basically. I'm feeling that this means that you have to kind of there's a sense of putting yourself first here, and there could be a relationship coming in for you while you are doing this, and being faced with this whole new possibility for you. But this also could be a choice, because the Lover's card is traditionally seen as the choice card. So right now I'm not seeing any seventh house kind of relationship stuff happening here. It could mean that you are that you've met someone that makes you feel stable and safe and happy. But this is also the Gemini card. So I think this is showing you that there's a choice that you're making right now that is in line with this really, really beautiful energy right over here. And perhaps it's a choice, or maybe it's even something that you have to communicate, something that you have to say to someone to be able to take this opportunity to build this foundation for you. Maybe even this pentacle, it could be something kind of media oriented. It could be you putting yourself out there on social media. It could be like writing and publishing. It could be something completely different than you have ever done before. But it really allows your voice to be heard, and allows you to be seen, and it really levels you up to a whole new, it allows people to really admire you and find a lot of worth in you, and not just you finding worth in yourself, but it's a really nice side effect, basically, that other people will find you as illuminating as you truly are. And it could be that you might have to make a choice here between something that's familiar and something that is not, in lack of a better term. So we do have the mountains behind here, which I think is really interesting, because we start off with mountains here off in the background, and then we have them much closer. And there are some hills and everything over here, but I think this is more indicative of some sort of expression that you're going to have to make that will bring some sort of safety and stability. And let me see. I do think this is putting you completely at the forefront of people's attention. And I know I don't mean that in like a way to like make you nervous or if you're an introvert, but it just really makes you, it brings out all of your best qualities and makes sure that other people see this as well. And like if you are the kind of person that really makes people laugh, or you're the kind of person that makes others feel really comfortable or safe or healed, maybe you're a person that works in like the healing arts, this opportunity, this choice, this path, choosing between these two trees basically of the familiar and the unfamiliar, this really, you're shining and you're able to be seen as the incredible human that you are, especially now that you've entered this new chapter in your life and you're really, really owning it. I love that, Gemini. So what does Gemini have to look forward to? Too many cards. Actually, no, it's not too many, but so we will take them all. Okay. I love this. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. So we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, then we have the Six of Swords and the Hanged Man. And let's see. Okay, so with what I'm seeing here is you have a lot being activated between your 10th and your 12th house in the future. This is what's coming up for you. So if this is some sort of a way to express yourself in a way that really, so the 10th house, excuse me, is the zenith in the sky. It's what you're known for. It's what people see you as. And it allows you to really shine and be seen. And it's how people feel about you. It's how they look at you. It's how you lead, basically. And so we have a lot of that happening between these two houses. So perhaps it could be that people are looking to you for support in terms of like, it could be emotional support, because we do have this Ace of Cups following the Eight of Cups. And so it could be that it could be a sense that you are basically missing the puzzle piece that allowed you to really sit in your own and own your independence. And this is what's going to come up for you, and it's going to be here for you, basically. And it's going to be something that really allows you to go into this new phase in your life and allows you to kind of step away from the hardships and the vices and the like bad habits that maybe you've had in the past. And it's also warning you to make sure that you don't fall back into those habits as well, and to really allow compassion and that calling, that yearning from when you were a child to really keep guiding you here. Okay, Gemini, now I'm going to go ahead and pull the Oracle card for you. Wow, okay. Wanted to come out right away. So we got the Crane, we got Watchfulness. I love it. It's like having a little world in its beak. It's starting something new. It's a complete and having nest. It's also starting a good foundation for itself, right? So I am going to read from the book for you so that I don't miss anything that Spirit is trying to tell you. And the keywords for the Crane are watchfulness, standing guard, protection, and transition. Cranes are most often, they build their pile of sticks nests in flat open places where they can see predators and prey at a long distance. Since classical times, the crane has been an emblem of watchfulness. As it was believed, the crane's sentries would stand on one leg while holding a stone in the other. If the crane began to doze off, their grip loosened and the falling stone would awaken them. You will find cranes in transitional spaces that are neither land nor water. River estuaries, marshes, bogs, and swales. This penchant for liminal lands has given rise to many stories about cranes as watchers of the veil between seen and unseen realms. In many northern traditions, especially within Celtic beliefs, treasures were often thrown into water as offerings to various gods, goddesses, and water spirits. Cranes were seen as the guardian of these treasures and were said to pluck out the eyes of any impudent thief who would dare steal these precious offerings. In fact, many crane-based stories in northern traditions center on the bird's penchant for plucking out the eyes. This eye-plucking behavior was one of the dangers inherent in having a pet crane, a fairly common practice in some places. The message of the crane is one of watchfulness and vigilance. This is especially relevant if you find yourself at a transitional place in life. Rather than moving forward with decisions, take time to thoroughly survey the landscape. Are you really looking at all the options, or are you only seeing those things that are most immediate or obvious? There is often great relief in making a decision, even if it isn't the best one, but sometimes we need to watch and wait. If something in your life is troubling you, or you are otherwise worried, concerned, or suspicious, this card urges you to really look at all the information available and watch the behaviors of others. Look rather than listen. A person's actions speak louder than their words. Stay alert, stay aware, be vigilant. In myths, the crane is frequently cast as a guardian of supernatural treasures. The crane chides those who give too freely, thus allowing others to take advantage of them. The crane reminds us to value and protect our spiritual, emotional, and creative gifts, as well as our more material resources. This card may call to you when there is someone in your life taxing your resources or stealing your ideas. While we should not live in fear of theft, we should also be prudent with our resources. The crane may admonish you to evaluate the relationships in your life with people, organizations, or even activities. Are you giving more than you are receiving? Find ways to rebalance the scales. I love that so much for you, Gemini. I think this is an absolutely wonderful reading. It's a very kind of spiritual, kind of otherworldly reading for you this month. And I really do think that it means that there's some tapping in you need to do between the 6th and the 12th house in terms of, and especially with Pluto hanging out over here in your 9th house, which is the house of spirituality. So there's just this kind of intuitive, like, mental journey that you're going on right now, and I think that you have some really incredible experiences coming up for you, and a really wonderful chapter in your life beginning. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here. I really, really love you guys that are watching, and I really hope that this video helped you. If you have any stories you'd like to share with me, I would love to talk to you in the comments if you have anything that relates to the astrology or the tarot. And I truly hope that this video finds you well, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.